Now, the last time that I was in Gettysburg for an investigation, I was there uh, with Donald Allison.
Right.
And we went to a location, very little traveled, hardly anybody ever goes to. It's like on the outskirts of the battlefield. And we parked, and it was starting to get toward dark, and he walked down this hill. And as soon as he walked down this hill, I saw somebody with him. And I walked up very, very carefully, very quietly, and I said, Donald, do you have any idea who it is that's standing next to you? And he says, oh, he's here with me all the time. Every time I come here, he shows up. I said, really? He says, yeah, every time I'm here, he shows up. Why, I don't know, but he's here. And then after we left there, we went to a location just below Little Round Top. And we stopped, and he wanted to get out for some reason because I don't know if it was a Mississippi gone through there, and we kept seeing them. And Donald's like, oh my God, I can actually see them. I usually don't see ghosts.
Huh.
And I said, really, Donald? You don't really see ghosts? And he says, no. He says, I usually don't see them at all. He says, I can feel them, I can sense them, but I don't see them. But we could see them. And then suddenly one of them got way too close. And he actually circled us. And we both got cold. And this is in like August, something like that. It was fairly warm all day long, but all of a sudden this cold blast hit both of us. And I said, Donald, I think it's time for us to leave. He says, I think so too.
Huh.
And when he got in the car, believe it or not, Henry, I was driving and I didn't get us lost. Got in the car and he was shivering. He was shaking like a leaf. I'm like, wow, Donald, you really got shook up. And he says, I never in my life felt something that close to me before.
Huh.
I mean, this spirit just walked up on us big time and let us know it's time for you to leave.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. Sometimes they want you around, sometimes they don't. That night, no, we had to leave. That was gone.
Wow. Barbara, I know
Yeah,
you haven't been able
yeah.
to...
Is it kind of a more of a feeling that they don't want you to leave? Do they put up some sort of barrier that you just don't want to cross that barrier to walk another step? Or is it an out and out get out sound?
Oh, I've actually walked into a room and it was like walking into a wall. Because they don't want you in there. It's like an energy that just stops you like a force field. And I'll just stop right there in my tracks and say, okay, whoever's in here doesn't want me here. They don't want us here, or whoever it is. They don't want us here, period. And I'll have to back up a little bit and just explain to them, I'm not here to make you leave. I'm not here to disrespect you. I'm not here to do anything, any way, shape, or form, not to cause you harm. So if you don't want me to be in here, put your guard up again. But otherwise, please let me through. Sometimes they'll let me pass, sometimes they won't. But I can literally feel like a wall. Something just right there, bam. It's like I've actually almost got knocked backwards with the force of them saying, that's it, you don't belong here. Or just been repelled by the feel of a spirit. just their attitude, or just their personality. It's just like a live person. You can walk up to certain people and go, ew, I don't want to be close to you. You get that
Right.
icky feeling.
Right.
And the spirit will do the same thing. They'll just let you know, no, no, not happening. You're not coming anywhere close to me. That happened at the David Stewart farm. Cat, Cloco, Tina, and I forget who the other person was. They walked up to me and said, Tabby, we want you to come down here to the river down here, or the little creek down here. Want you to tell us what you feel down here. I couldn't get more than 50 feet, and I saw this little dark, shadowy thing, and all of a sudden it started shimmering, like light on water or something. And it came out from behind the tree, and then it went behind it. And I stopped, and I know my eyes got great big. And nope, not going down there. Nope, I don't want to go down there. And Kat says, why? I said, I don't like the feel of it. I don't like whatever it is. And Tina says, whatever it is, not whoever it is. And I said, yeah, that's not a spirit. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going down there. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to do it. And Tina and Kat looked at each other, and they both grinned and said, Tabby, you're picking up on that elemental that's down there. I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's why I don't want to get anywhere near it. I'm not familiar with them. I don't know anything about them. But they saw it. They picked up on it. They went all the way down to it. But for whatever reason, it didn't want me anywhere near it and let me know it. So I didn't get anywhere close.
Now, do you feel that there's people that, like me, who actually doesn't feel stuff or see stuff, that I probably would have went right down there and not known anything and nothing would have happened?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh yeah. There's no doubt about it. What really gets me is that sometimes people don't really believe that mediums or sensitives can indeed pick up on things. Some paranormal groups, especially, they don't want a medium or a sensitive anywhere near them because they think the idea that if the medium or the sensitive picks up on something and they don't like that. It's like, oh, well, I don't feel anything. I don't see anything. I don't sense anything. So it could be happening. So, yeah, you can go to many places and have 20 people in a room and only one person see something. Or you can have just the opposite. You can have 20 people in a room and 19 people see something and one person doesn't. Why that is, I think it just has to do with whether or not the spirit wants them to see. Or what is it? The believing is in the seeing, or the seeing is in the believing. I don't know.
Something like that.
But yeah.
Well, that's like years ago. I was up in Connecticut, and there was a reputedly haunted area. And I went in and I found the ruins of a house that was supposed to be very dark and negative energies. And of course, I could feel nothing. And I'm like sort of chucking, not provoking officially, but I'm like chucking wood at this buried foundation. And I'm like, later I realized, what if every horrifying, nightmarish creature in the world was all screaming and surrounding me, and they're like really getting frustrated because I'm not reacting in any way towards their screams. And but that being said, I was on a camping trip, and a friend of mine who was on the early beginnings of a shamanic path. We were hiking. We were told that there was this beautiful waterfall, and we went out into the area. We were told it was. We never found that. We found a stream, but we couldn't find the waterfall. But as we were walking, and there was no trees around, out of my peripheral vision over my right shoulder, I could see something bright white light, like a huge iridescent butterfly, as though it was following me. And I would stop and I would look up. It would disappear. But every time I was looking forward on the path behind my friend, it would show back up. So I asked her, I say, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I think we're being followed. And she says, it wouldn't be a really bright white butterfly-like thing, right? I said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. She says, yeah, that's been following me for weeks.
Oh my goodness.
So I thought
it's like
that was
the
kind of
people,
cool.
yeah. The people who own the Amityville house at the moment say there's absolutely nothing going on.
Right.
It's,
For them.
and maybe, yeah, well, but maybe, that's what it is that there was nothing going on to begin with, or that, it's like some people just can isolate themselves off of any sort of paranormal activity and just be just fine in any haunted location.
Yeah. We got nothing.
Exactly.
So how old is the school where you work, Barbara?
Another left turn.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a normal. That's a big right turn there.
Well, I was just wondering if you've ever felt anything, seen anything, or if anyone's ever said anything that there's something
I'm too
around.
I don't think
busy
you
working, Henry.
Yeah, I don't think she works at Post Town.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but somebody may have seen something or said something.
Not really.
Yeah. Wow. I feel sorry that you don't have anything around.
It's okay.
Well, it's like my friend's house. Tabby, I love this. I've got a friend. My friends have this beautiful 150-plus-year-old house, Victorian, beautiful house. They've been repairing it for years, and they've got cats. So I'll cat sit and when they go on working the rent fair or whatever, and there's nothing there. It's absolutely nothing. And I jokingly admonish them, saying, "How can you have a beautiful house like this and no ghosts whatsoever?"